Hello everyone, and welcome to another Yorkies Bits and Bobs Home Tech. Today we have another unboxing, and it's a laminator. I've never actually owned my own laminator. I've always either gone to a shop or I've gone to a business and asked them to do it for me. So this will be a first for me, owning my own laminator. It costs just over £33, and I'll stick a link in the video description in case you want to go and check it out. And it's made by a company called Blusmart. I think that's how you pronounce it. Blusmart. Sounds about right. So with that, let's do the unboxing and see what you get for your money, honey. Right. It should come with enough stuff to get you started so you can do your first laminated test. Because we need to test it to see how good it is. So it comes in an Amazon box, and then it comes in a box in a box. So there you go. So it says Blusmart dual mode hot and cold laminator. I'm not sure what the cold does. That'd be interesting. What's it say on the side? Voltages, power, dimensions. So it gives you all the pouch thickness. So it gives you all your details that you need to see how big it is, to see if it'll fit in your room. See that okay? Nothing much on the other sides. Enrich our life. That's what it says on that side. Made in China. The Chinese do make some good products, by the way. So dual mode hot and cold laminator. Yeah, interesting. A nice little picture on the front or on the top. So with that, I'll move the camera back so you get a better picture. Right, let's see what you get for your money. Looks like it's nicely packaged. What's this? Satisfied. Satisfied. Oh, frustrated. Okay, it's interesting. So what's it? Contact us to get a free gift. Oh, interesting. Choose your favourite gift. Email us. 100 pack laminating pouches. Nice. Or 36 pack of file folders. I think I'd go for the laminated myself. What's this say? This is for your unsatisfied. 1 year hassle-free return policy. Oh, very good. Get tired of horrible Amazon return policies. Okay, so they take out all the stress. If you don't want to go through Amazon, you can go straight to them. I have no issues with Amazon myself. They've always been good. So what's this? It looks like a load of little tiny pegs. So I assume that's when you're finished or whatever, but obviously I'd have to read the instructions. Like I said, I've never had my own laminator, so it's all new to me. I've always gone to a shop or to a business and say, oh, can you laminate this for me? So let's have a look. I have no idea what these are or what they're for. Get the rubbish out of the way. So look, cards. Might be for laminating small things. Looking at it, I would say yes. That's probably what they are. So you probably put your plastic inside them, peg it somehow around, and yeah, it makes sense, doesn't it? I'm not sure what the rings do, but we will find out. Very good. And a bit of string as well. Interesting. And your pegs. So that's that. And they tiny, little baby ones. You wouldn't put your washing on them, or would you? Your socks would be alright, wouldn't they? Or your pants. And there's your laminator. Alright, so you get a selection of laminated paper, or laminated plastic, which I did read up on anyway. So I think this is a 25 piece pack. Up to 13 inches. Yeah, pretty good. We'll have a look at that later. And the laminator itself. What's down the side? Power. Looks like a permanently connected plug. So we have a 3-pin plug in the UK. Because we have 240 volts, I believe. Oh, it's another little peg. Is that a peg? I'm not sure what that is. That's not a peg. I'll put that to one side. I'll have to read the instructions, obviously. Let's get the baby out. Let's move this out of the way. That's your instruction manual. Not very thick, so hopefully there's not a lot to learn. There's a little slot on the side, this little thing here. Again, I have no idea what it does. We will investigate. So first impressions, yeah, I like the look of it. So on the front here it's got A3, A4, A6. So it tells you where to put it, so that's pretty good, so you can line it all up properly. So I'm assuming you put it in the front and it comes out the back. So, I'm not sure what that does, but we'll find out. Some air vents for the heat, because they do produce quite a bit of heat, by the way. Yeah, first impressions, yeah, it looks very, very nice. Switch on the side, so you've got an on-off switch. You've got two modes, so you've got mode 1 and mode 2. Oh, cold and hot, okay. So cold and hot. Not sure what the cold does. I'm wondering if it just helps to cool it down once you've heated it up. So with that, quickly show you everything you get for your money. Instructions. So instructions are in English only. So depending on what country you're in, they will send you the instructions to that. A3, A4 laminate instruction manual. Like I said, not a lot to read. Looking forward to having a play about of it. So you get a nice little starter kit, which I think is really handy. And I'm looking forward to testing it out. So with that, I'm going to have a read of the instructions and try and suss it all out. Right, this turner on then, so we need it to go to ready, and why that's doing that, I've printed out some pictures. That's of me in my younger days on my bike, that's my dog. I've done that on a high gloss or premium gloss 4x6, and this is on a plain A4 bit of paper. So just cheap bit of paper. I just wanted to experiment to see what it comes out like on just an A4 bit of paper when it's laminated, and I also wanted to do a proper photo, which is that one there, on a decent bit of paper. So that's them. So I've had a bit of a read up. The instructions, I would say, are disappointing, to say the least. It doesn't really tell you, if you've never done something like this before, it doesn't really tell you how to do it. It doesn't show you what all the parts are. Obviously these are pegs, so I'm assuming it's for hanging up for when they're a bit hot, because they do come out a bit warm, so that's what the pegs are for. These are for book binding, stuff like that, putting holes through. This is hole punch, so punching a hole in your laminated when you're finished, so if you want to hang it up or anything. Again, the string doesn't tell you anything about the string, so I'm assuming it's to go with the pegs for hanging up. And these are photo frames for after you're finished. You just put your photos in there. I won't be using them for now. Hopefully I will be using their laminated paper. So I will do one A4, if I can get the thing open. Right, so here we go then. So you need a single sheet. So we're going to do this on the photo paper. It only took about 2 minutes to warm up, which I thought was pretty good. So here's one of their laminators that came with it. Somewhere, oh there we go. Somewhere there's an opening. That might be the hardest thing. Make sure that when you're using a laminator, you push it as far as up as you can and get it straight, because you don't get a second chance once it goes through that machine. So make sure you get it spot on once it's in. So that looks pretty good to me. Could do with a bit more actually. I might have to cut a little bit off. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to trim this up using this. Let's try it again. So just cut a little bit off, so at least we know the cutter works. Push it up as far as it goes. Right, so you've got A3, A4, A5, and then smaller. So obviously we need to get as nearest to the middle as possible, which is there. So all you do is you push it in, and it grabs it, you can feel it, it's gone. Now if you're worried about a bit of heat, use a peg to grab it. There you go. It's quite warm actually. Let's have a quick look around. It's very warm. So that's how you do a photo. The sides are a little bit open, so you could just put it back in again. Go. Oh, that's better. So it just needs a second go. So that's fine, that's perfect. And if you wanted, you could place it under here and just trim your edges off. You just line it up like that, and that will cut. That would cut that off. I'm not going to do that because I'm quite happy with that. I might do it on the A4 one, we will see. So that's that. Let's try it on an A4. So don't forget, this is just on a plain bit of A4 paper. This is what your everyday use paper. It's nothing special. I'm just going to move it forward a little bit and stick it in. See what happens. Make sure you line it up properly. So it's about there. Okay, let's have a look. Oh well, that is sealed up better than the first one. So I don't need to do it 2 times. That is perfect. So it's warm to the touch, and some places feel quite hot, but not enough to burn your hands. So that looks really good actually. That's very good. What we're going to do now, move that out of the way. We're going to try this little device. This is a corner cutter, and the way it works is you put this in here, so you've got straight edges, and you want to round them off. So put that in there, and then squeeze it, and it rounds off. See that? Straight edge, rounded off. Same again. Put that in there. Press the button. Make sure it's in properly. Yeah, perfect rounded edges. Again. Right, so there you go. If you want to round off your edges, that's how you do it. With that, that is quite handy actually. Right, this is the punch, and I'll show you how the punch works as well. So I'm going to just stick it in there somewhere. There you go. Works really well. And then what you can do, you can get your rings. I believe these are called book rings. So say for instance you want to put a load of cards on a ring or something, you do that and just close them up again. Like it. Just put it sideways. See? And you can hang it up. Yeah, we'll use your pegs. We have pegs. So that is it. That is cooling down. If you want to use the cold mode, you switch it to cold. The way that works, from what I understand, is you need different laminated, and what you need is one which has adhesive along the sides. So this is not what comes with it. This is the standard laminated paper that you get. So if you want to do it cold, you just flick the switch over to cold, and it will just feed it through. Make sure it is cold though to start with. That is quite hot, so it will take a bit of a while to cool down. So you just flick the switch over to cold. It's on cold now, and basically it will just feed it and squash it together at the same time, of course. So yeah, so quite easy to use. The only downside that I found was the lack of instructions, especially if you've never used one before. Didn't tell you about all the extra parts that you get with it, which would have been nice, because if you don't know, you don't know. So with that, back over to you, Yorkie. Right, so what do I think about it? I thought it was pretty good. I had to put this through twice because the edges didn't stick down properly, and I've used other laminators in the past and I've had the same issue with them. Sometimes you have to put them through twice, sometimes you don't. but second time it went through, it's perfect. When I've done the A4, it went through no problems, the edges stuck straight away. So it might be it just wasn't quite hot enough. It had a green light, so I assumed it was ready. But like I said, sometimes you might have to put them through twice, and sometimes you don't. That worked really well. I'm quite impressed. That's just on an A4, by the way. That's A4 bit of paper. That's on photo paper, and I think they look pretty good, both of them. So I'm quite impressed with that. Comes with a little punch hole, which works really well, as I showed you. Where is it? As I showed you. Yeah, works really well. Does a nice clean punch hole. Also comes with a little edge trim if you want the edges rounded off, like in this one here, instead of straight edges. You can do that, and that works really well. Quite impressed with that. The overall package, even with the little frame things that I probably would never use, but if you want to put a little photo card in there or something, you can. It comes with everything you need to get going in your laminator. The only downside I found, and it was purely this, was the instructions. It says here, Blusmart A3 A4 Laminator instruction manual. It doesn't really show you how to use it. If you've never used one before, yeah, it's your first time, it doesn't show you how to use it. It shows you how to turn it on, but it doesn't show you have to open up the paper or the laminator, put the paper, the photo inside or anything like that. It doesn't show you that. But apart from that, it's not a deal breaker for me. It works. It's got a paper cutter on top, and we'll cut the laminator as well. It tells you when it's ready. If you want to use cold, you can put it on cold, but you'd have to buy a different laminator. You'd have to buy the ones that already got their own glue on it, or adhesive, whatever you want to call it. You'd have to buy them. They're different to these ones. I like the idea it comes with everything to get you going for your first time. So with that, it gets my thumbs up. I'll give it a thumbs up. £33, I mean, it's really cheap. And like I said, I'll stick a link in the video description in case you want to check it out. So with that, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs down, and please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I think I look good in my day.